Lightyear Frontier is a peaceful, open-world exploration game I've had my eye on for the past couple of years. You can farm, craft, build up a base, restore the lands, and care for the wildlife all from your very own mech, which you can customize, by the way. This is not a sponsored video, but I've been very kindly given early access to the demo for this game ahead of Steam's Next Fest, so thank you to the lovely people over there for allowing me to check out some of what Lightyear Frontier has to offer. The game will be releasing for PC and Xbox in March of this year, and on launch should have cross-play co-op for up to 4 players, so you can build your new life on this strange planet with your friends too. It's also built to be a peaceful experience, you won't find any combat here. Now, I originally recorded this video in my usual format where I take a first look at the game with you and show you my reactions as we discover everything, but when I sat down to edit it, all of the game audio was missing, so I hope you enjoy a slightly different format today, because I've also gone ahead and played the demo a second time. I'm really glad I did, because I saw so much more that second time around, and I'll still be including some of my reactions from that first time as we go along, because as much as I was already excited about this game, there were so many great things that I just wasn't expecting. You start off hurtling through space and very gracefully crash landing on your brand new planet. You've been ejected from your mech, and as you approach it, you start hearing some sort of voices, which is scary, but it turns out this is a space drone called Piper who is actually voice acted. So that's why I wanted to make sure I included game audio in this for you, because this was a really fun surprise.
Finally, I'm getting through. That was quite the tumble you took there. Luckily, your biometrics tell me you're A-OK. But before anything else, let's put that mech of yours back in one piece.
There's the engine. Where does that go? We've got a little outline for that there. That's kind of fun. Oh, I missed. You'll find your mech in several pieces, and you'll have to put it back together yourself. And once it's back on its feet, your ride is ready to go. Now, let's get into it. Whoa. Okay, that's really satisfying.
Excuse my manners. One kind of starts expecting guests after 200 years. Name's PIP-3R. That's Piper for short. Up there in the sky. That blinking dot is yours truly. But enough introductions. Let's get you situated and make you at home.
As someone who struggles with a sense of direction, I found it decently easy to find the mission objectives for the tools with the yellow smoke showing me the way, and the tools themselves are really fun to use as well.
It never ceases to amaze. That magnificent mech, those high-powered tools, and even that ship of yours. The Farm Mech project really was extraordinary. Such a shame that it got cancelled in the end.
You'll also come across these infected areas with some sort of gross-looking slime, but a simple wash away with your hose will start restoring the landscape. When it comes to crafting, one way you will unlock new recipes is by discovering the materials the land has to offer, and it kinda just made me want to see what everything is. You might just find something that helps you progress your base. Pond rock. What does this do? Does this literally make a pond for us? Have we just restored a pond? Oh my god, we have! Speaking of which, base building is something I adore in games, and my favourite part about this in Lightyear Frontier is that you can sort of just place down the blueprints you've unlocked and plan it all out before you even have all the materials. You don't have to be carrying them all at once. I did already mention that there is farming in this game, and the way you plant your seeds is kinda like a little pellet gun. I could listen to that sound all day, and even without upgrading the tools, the watering is relatively easy as well. Like many games that have some focus on crafting, there are ways you can make things a little bit more efficient. In this one, this is managed by putting your crafting machines inside crafting buildings. You start out with a little shed, but you unlock bigger and better ones as you progress and find more materials. Like here's what the barn looks like, and you'll find that pretty early on. I'll build some of those things the next day, but for right now I need a place to sleep, and again, we start small and unlock better things later. Even with this humble little tent, you're encouraged to decorate its surroundings and increase its coziness level for bonus perks. Bigger buildings will allow for more perks, but as for the tent, increasing the coziness level means you can find more resources. It's not all just for looks. Your home does have a border for the decorations to go inside to contribute to that level, but it doesn't show you when you place it at first, so just be careful placing other buildings and machines too close because they'll take up that valuable space. I didn't actually understand what this border meant the first time around, and I thought you had to place other buildings in that area, so here's me doing it all wrong. Right, so workshop shed. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Okay, do I have to place it in this area? I guess not, because I think the decorations have to go in this little dotted line here for the coziness thing. So maybe, oh, wait, maybe it does have to go in there? Okay, let's put it, I guess, behind the tent. I also do need to do the plot first though, because I kind of want to be able to plant stuff. This game does have farming after all, so let's do it next to the shed. Looks like if we press shift, it goes into free place mode. It does have snapping points, but obviously they don't all go exactly where you want them. So I'm going to put this here. Don't do this. The game saves as you sleep, but even if you don't sleep, you don't seem to pass out or anything. I mean, at least in what I played at the demo, the game will still bring you to a save screen and show the start of a new day.
Nothing like a good night's rest. The decorating you did yesterday really lit up the place. It's really beginning to feel like a home.
Let's have a look at those machines. As I'm trying to place this oil maker here, there's a line that shows you it's inside the building. Plus, you have the border on the floor to make sure you're getting that efficiency when crafting with it. As I come back to build that oil maker, we get to say hello to our first wild neighbor. I don't think you can hurt them, and they can't hurt you either, but you can feed them. I'll show you how to do that later, because I want to go back to past me to show you how this machine works first. We'll add all of our materials, and it says craft any oil. So how do I do that? Looks like we can just use plant fiber. So, oh, also I love this. So it tells you what the item is, what it's made from, how long it takes to craft, how many of them you need, but also here's all the things that we can use it for. So that's really interesting. I like the fact that it tells you that up front instead of you having to work it out later. Let's make we'll do a full queue. Okay, let's feed some wildlife. You can do this by crafting fodder in a fodder oven, and some animals may need higher tiers. I will say the only thing I wish could be improved with the crafting is to be able to craft from storage chests, because at the moment it looks like you have to have everything in your inventory. These swift blooms are happy with some basic fodder, and I just freaking love these feathered friends. They usually hang out in groups of 3, and once you've fed them all, that nest is considered fed, which will increase the amount of resources available the following day. This footage is from a future day, but you can also just go up to the nest themselves and deposit the food there. This means you don't have to track down each and every animal.
The wildlife here is amazing.
I couldn't find all the nests in this region though, so I turned my attention to locating some aluminium. On my hunt, I noticed this little cave that's too small for my mech. I didn't see this the first time I played through the demo, so this is another reason why I was thankful I gave it another go. But you can actually get around without your mech to access smaller areas like this. And in this cave, there were a few little resources in here, including that aluminium we need. You do have to bring everything to the cave entrance to vacuum up with your mech after, but as I'm carrying these eggs here, I found out you can move multiple things at once instead of taking them one by one. Hoovering everything up after is super satisfying too. In the intro, I mentioned about customizing your mech, and this upgrade depot here is how you do it. You can also use this to upgrade the tools we collected in the beginning. I think some of these are showing as unavailable in the demo build, but each of these upgrades will cost various materials in exchange for helpful perks. As a loot goblin, I obviously increased my carrying capacity first. Then, on that rainy evening, I thought it was the perfect time to start decorating around my tent to work on the coziness level.
Oh, that looks great.
What campsite is complete without a campfire? And I got a few other blueprints down too. I'm not sure if placing multiple of the same item still contributes to the level, but I did want the variety anyway. As I build these decorations, you can see the coziness bar go up. These weren't enough to fill it just yet, but this fencing will also do the trick. Very easy to place too, by the way. And now we've unlocked a chance to find bonus resources in the wild. That single nest we fed earlier also restored more resources in this region too. The next day, I shifted my focus to clearing up the gross slime in Pine Heights, and it looks like you don't have to find every last glob of the stuff for the area to be restored.
Whoa, that seems to have done the trick. The ecosystem in this region is adjusting itself lickety-split. In all my years, I've never seen anything like it. I sent countless reports to Earth, telling them this was it. A new home for humanity. There just might be hope for this planet yet.
The real effects of this are seen overnight though. You get to see the area looking much more alive, and at least for this region, the game does make a point of showing you some of the new resources available. It also adds some sort of progress to this giant door, though in the demo we aren't shown what this is for, and to be honest, I want to be able to play more of this game when it's released just to find out about this alone. Like, it seems to be something to do with restoring every area of the map, but I've only got access to a couple for the demo and I need to know what's on the other side. On my travels yesterday, I found some new materials which are needed for a home upgrade. What's interesting about this is that it's a whole separate building rather than acting as an upgrade, so you don't have to put this by your original starter base if you don't want to. This one has an extra unlockable coziness level, so this is what they mean by bigger homes allowing for more effects. My next task was to go gather these red crystals that are newly available because my next mission was to build a merchant stock. I will say I think there is one noticeable bug in the demo which you see here. Every time I need to leave the build menu, it triggers the pause screen, but to be honest, that was my only little struggle. The rest of what I experienced seems impressively polished, really. Here's another new resource from Restoring Pine Heights, a brand new crop. Well, the seeds anyway. We need to grow these ourselves, and switching between the different seeds is also pretty easy in this menu here.
Into the soil it goes.
At this point for me, our lovely merchant has arrived.
Hey there, what will it be?
Lola here sells various resources, crop seeds, decoration blueprints, and mech parts. You get money by selling stuff directly to her. You do seem to get quite a lot of money pretty easily. I didn't have to sell much at all to be able to afford everything I wanted. And there is some sort of economy at play here, as you can see by some of the adjusted prices. I'm not sure if later on better items will be far more expensive. If I understand the menus right here, the resources sold seem to be the ones I've unlocked. Except the wheat seeds, those I haven't found. The mech parts and blueprints seem to change every day, so it's definitely always worth checking. Remember how we had to fix up our mech after that crash landing? Well, that sort of gives us a clue as to how we can customize it too. At the upgrade depot, you just select the new parts you want to switch out and it'll drop in front of you. Then you literally have to remove the old one and throw on the new one. Honestly, I want to collect them all. I could do this all day. The old one does get automatically stored as well, so don't worry about launching it. I do want to go back to Past Me here though, because you need to see me figuring this all out for the first time. Oh, I see. So we have to literally like do it ourselves. Oh my god, that's so fun. Wait, I'm so glad I took a minute to try and figure this out. I thought that they just like replace themselves and then the old arms fall on the floor or something. But here's our new arms. Oh, I missed. Playing catch with my mech parts. Where is the engine? What have I done with it? I think it might have like despawned. Have I thrown it too far away? Where is it? Where's my engine? Doesn't say in world. There we go. And let's put the new windshield on. So there's the windshield. I'm going to throw that away. Is this a new one? I think this is the new one. And my new engine. Wait, is that the old engine? I think that's the new engine. Oops. Oh no, yeah, there's the old engine. And there we go. A bit of a fresh and new look. What about the legs we didn't do yesterday? New legs, please. Let's put our old ones down. What do we do with these like afterwards? Where do they go? Oh no, which one's which? They look so similar. Is this the right one? Oh no, I've got two different legs on. I mean, maybe that's a look though. Maybe that's the chaotic look that we want. I'm kind of here for it. The funniest part about the mech though, I'm not sure if you can actually damage it, but you can tip it. And this has stopped me from getting stuck in tight places.
All right there.
Oh no, I got stuck. So I guess I come out of it and then flip it. Whoops. There we go. Having now played the demo a couple of times, I'm even more excited than I already was about this game. It just plays so well, and I can't wait to build up a base, explore all the lands, and find out what's beyond that big old door. As a reminder, Lightyear Frontier releases in March of this year for PC and Xbox. There are some links in the description if you want to give it a follow or a wishlist. I definitely have. And thank you again to the lovely people over there for allowing me an early look at this demo. I'd love to be able to bring you more content on this game when it's released, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see it. And also let me know what you thought of this more mixed format too. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much to my channel members, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!